Greetings, fellow armchair Imagineers. Tiki here.
And SandyClaws.
And Jacob Wile.
And tonight, we're reviewing the first round of projects for the Creator Games Season 2 Project Infinity. Sandy, I really like the emphasis you put at the end of your name. That was great. That was good showmanship there. All right, guys. So, we have been really cracking out these podcasts on the Imagineering side of things, which I am so grateful for, man. Sandy, thank you for kind of being the main person. Jacob, you did a great job with the Abandoned Disney last time. Enjoyed having you on. Even more excited to have you on for this because you're the only person out of the three of us dolts that actually took notes. So, I think Jacob is probably going to be a guiding force for us here tonight as we go through these two projects. But guys, I'm just seriously really happy that we've been able to incorporate Imagineering back into the So You Want to Be an Imagineer channel. Imagineer channel. Sounded like Christopher Walken there. I love talking about Imagineering. I love that the Profiles podcast that we're doing are allowing us to get a little bit into the armchair Imagineering side of things in a conversational sort of way within the context of the podcast. And then with these, I'm really hoping that we can just kind of break down the nitty-gritty of what goes into making these projects what they are. So now, I was supposed to have the second co-host on me tonight, Sam. Where are you, Sam? Sam? Buddy?
In order to play it again, you need to play it the first time.
Are you hiding? Yeah, I hope Sam comes on. This was when we were scheduled to come on, but I had Jacob and Sandy here just in case, and I guess the case is this. So alas, this is what we're working with, but I'm glad to have you guys on. We're going to have some fun here.
And he's gone.
And he's gone!
That was very weird timing.
Oh, man. Okay, well.
I was like, we're glad to have you here, and he's gone.
Well, Jacob, how are you tonight?
I'm doing fine, Tiki. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, man. We'll get through this. So Jacob, this is your first time coming on and doing commentary for Imagineering projects, and I believe it is also Sandy's first time as well. So I am glad to have you on, and you seemed really into it. You were all taking notes and everything like that as you were going through. I think you probably spent more time with these projects than either Sandy or me. I've been really busy the past couple of weeks since this project got turned in, or the past week or so since the project got turned in. So, so first of all, I guess, what are your overall thoughts on reading the first round of projects here, Jacob?
These two projects actually show quite a bit of promise, and as I stated in my notes for each of these two pitches, I could actually, with a few minor changes to each, I could actually see these becoming full-fledged additions to each park.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just the sheer creativity and thought that was put into these is just amazing.
There he is.
And he's back.
Sorry guys, my computer's frozen up again. I'm on my phone now, so I don't have any trouble.
Okay, you're good, Sandy. You're good. We're fine.
Because it's just like, because Tiki was just saying, like, it's good to have you guys on, and then you left.
And he's down.
All right, nothing too drastic is going.
All right.
What did you guys review anything or?
No. We're just I was just having casual talk with Jacob.
Okay, sorry folks.
It's all good. It's all good, Sandy. You're fine.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, folks. So let's go through Glacier Bay. This is Team Baby Groot's project. Now, this is one of the things about the Creator Games. I'm not really sure if we're going to get a new team each time. I actually think Project 2, they're still Team Baby Groot and Team Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. What do you guys think of that as starting names for the teams?
I think it's funny. I mean, I like Baby Groot.
As long as the metaphor doesn't go over their heads, they can't catch it.
Yeah, Baby Groot, I think, is going to be one of the most marketable Disney characters this side of BB-8. So, oh yeah. I mean, K2SO is lovable, but man, he doesn't make for a fun action figure like BB-8 does. Okay, so guys, admittedly, I'm kind of...
You can't make a Sphero out of KTS2.
No. So guys, admittedly, I am kind of going through these projects. Like, I have not had a lot of time to read them. I am so sorry, Jacob. You have had more time than I have. So let's start with Glacier Bay, because it was the first one turned in. This is based off of the Glacier Bay concept from Hong Kong and Tokyo Disneyland. It also takes influence from the Scandinavian Village from Epcot that was never built. Now, one of the things is, like, I really haven't done a lot of research into Glacier Bay. It was kind of I would say in a good way, it was an out of left field pick, because it didn't rely on kind of like the classic, like, Disney iconography. It really kind of went with something different while still being a pretty cool lost concept. And I think having it be an Animal Kingdom really, really works. I really love the concept of a kind of the transition from the Himalayas in Everest to the Scandinavian mountains and the animals there. What do you guys think?
That was one of the things I picked out, and like one of the things that works for this pitch. Like, it's clever usage of transitions.
Yeah, definitely. The transitions are really on point, and I think transitions in general are something that Disney really needs to, and that Disney does do exceptionally well. And other theme parks, I feel like other theme parks have great theme, but their transitions are kind of lacking. Like, if you go to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in Universal Hollywood, you'll see like the backside of the Waterworld Stadium and the plane and everything. And it's just, whereas with Disney, they do a great job of blending everything together. Okay. Sandy, I have a feeling you'll have a lot more to say right off the bat when we get to the second project, so just bear with us here, okay?
Okay, I really can't say a whole lot right now, because
I know you can't.
My computer's still funky and I can't get on, like, see the page without my computer.
Well, wait, so you can't see the screen share right now? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm doing screen share.
I can, but it's all pixelated, like Jacob said earlier.
Shoot. That sucks. Jacob, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. Well, sorry, Sandy.
That's okay.
Okay, so I really like the kind of storytelling transitional elements here, like stocking up on provisions at the Gledfidlich.
That's how I pronounce it. Gledfidlich.
The tavern, really good storytelling here. Tied to sea.
Those who seek adventure. The mapping and planning.
Yeah, really nice map, really nice presentation here.
Tyler, can you just send me the link over Facebook?
Faux show. Yeah, Jacob, can you take the conversation for just a bit?
Well, the way this thing works is that I really pointed out like the creative uses of how the map works, like, and how they labeled everything, how they like actually used references and everything to make a decent map to the park.
You're welcome. Yeah, right.
Lay out everything in a neat, concise manner, in a way that would actually make sense in an actual theme park.
Yeah, and just to talk about the presentation element, Jacob, this is probably one of the first times you're seeing a website be used for one of these projects, but this kind of presentation style is not uncommon in WDWMagic. It's actually one of the styles that WDWMagic players in general, especially through the competition The Sorcerer's Apprentice, really mastered and really kind of set a new groundwork for when it came to these types of games. So I give players like England DG and Voxel and other people like that a lot of credit when it comes to pioneering the website element of WDWMagic. Okay, guys, let's go through this piece by piece. Sandy, do you have the thing in front of you?
I don't know. My computer's still loading.
Well, when you do, I'm going to go on to Zinthorpe. There we go, Zinthorpe Village. Okay, now I have the credits in front of me. I want to say this art in particular was done by MC Peridot. Map illustrations and lighthouse drawing. Yeah, this is MC Peridot's drawing right here. MC Peridot, I feel like, is one of the more talented artists in our community right now. I really love his style. I love kind of his handcrafted look that he has for it. All the colors kind of blending together. It very much looks like a hand-painted thing. So really good presentation style right there. MC Peridot, Jacob also did the maps that we saw on the second page or the first page. So
Cool.
okay, I like this is another thing is that they expanded the Wildlife Express to include not just Planet Watch but this as well, Glacier Bay. So that's cool because Wildlife Express it felt like it had a lot of missed potential from what I've read about it, where it's a really cool steam train as you see right here, you know. But it's just, it doesn't go very far. You don't really see a lot of stuff. And it leads to Rafiki's Planet Watch, which is, I mean, it's got a nice message to it. It's a good kind of conservation message, but not the most exciting attraction in Animal Kingdom. So I like the idea of kind of connecting the Wildlife Express to bigger parts of the park. That gets a lot of good points in my book. Okay.
Yeah, connecting it to Glacier Bay is quite a cool concept.
All right. Now, Jacob, what did you think of this scene right here of the Yale Christmas shop?
This definitely caught my attention with the dancing gnomes.
I personally love it. Petaluma actually has a store like this. It's called the Christmas Fantasia Shop, where it's just Christmas year round. It doesn't have quite the Scandinavian motif that this would have, but I love it because this really feels like a blend of Epcot, like the best of Epcot pavilions and the best of Animal Kingdom kind of blended into one. Sort of the culture of Epcot and kind of like the ambitious sort of, really, really immersive quality of Animal Kingdom.
I have it up now, by the way.
Cool. So we're in Zinthorpe Village.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Gnome.
Yeah, we're about to get into Glacier Bay Adventures. Jacob, what do you think of this?
It's quite an interesting idea. Using these different cards.
Yeah, I like it. It's kind of just like an extra activity. It's almost kind of like an RPG sort of thing.
Like a virtual reality kind of thing.
Yeah, right.
Like the Dr. Bastian Berg, Polar Bear Tracks, Explorer Mickey. So unfortunately, if you don't have a smartphone, you won't be able to experience it.
I also want to give credit to the user JSLY, and this is coming from Space himself. He kind of sent me a little cheat sheet of who did what in this project. And Space says all the logos and merchandise photoshops might be JSLY did that, and it might be the most professional images he's ever seen in an Imagineering comp. So high praise from Space there.
They're very well done here.
Okay, and I assume JSLY did what we see right now with the promotional stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like the mug. That's great.
Yeah. I like how they're not afraid to shy away from from using Mickey.
Yeah.
Like Mickey's right in there, but you also have the sea. I like how there's options. It's good. And then the polar bear tracks and the dog sled. It's really cool. Really, really good.
Oh, I was talking about the mug at the bottom.
This right here, Glacier Bay.
Yeah.
And that's all Photoshop.
Yeah, the hat and mug and sweatshirt. That's really
That's
cool.
actually really impressive when you consider that that's photoshopped.
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, serious props to JSLY. Wow.
It's really great to have people this talented on
I know, right? It's getting like the stakes and the level of talent is just getting higher and higher with each passing year, I think.
I was like the idea of these holiday overlays.
Oh yeah.
Nordic Fables. Oh yeah, Season of Lights. It's
Mainly
really
the
cool.
Season of Lights because the whole season because I'm a sucker for the Northern Lights.
And holidays is definitely something that Disney has a lockdown on. I mean, Universal has Halloween, but Disney definitely has Christmas.
Yeah.
Disney has pretty much everything.
Well, yeah. Wouldn't it be crazy if Disney bought out Universal Studios?
That would be scary, but crazy.
It's like, okay, we own Jurassic Park now.
Oh no.
They'd have to buy Comcast, either that or convince Comcast to sell Universal.
Okay, do you guys want to move on to Beyond the Lost Ice?
Yeah.
Ice, baby. Do.
But no,
Do. All right. Yeah, first of all, another great logo. Really professional. Oh my god.
Beyond the
Jacob,
Lost.
do you have any kind of overall thoughts on this thing?
Very, very, very well thought out right idea.
Yeah, and folks, I got to admit, this is kind of where I don't really have a lot of this really nailed down, but so I love how this is he's looking for this particular animal. Oh god, look at this. We have a slideshow here. This is a really cool website, man. This is really well done.
I'm looking at this big building queue, I think. This looks yeah. How do people have this much time on their hands where they're making all these?
Right.
It's so detailed.
Some people probably. I mean, I'm not trying to describe the work or anything. They probably pulled some images off the internet and photoshopped them together and just cleaned it up a little bit.
Maybe.
But still, that's. I mean, I know Photoshop, and that's really intricate Photoshop work. Like, I couldn't do that good with Photoshop.
I just doodle in my Photoshop. That's about it.
So I think it's safe to assume that this project's going to get a 10 out of 10 for presentation from us.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a definite 10 out of 10. I did give the presentation on this one a 10 out of 10.
Okay. So I love how he's kind of like looking for this mythical mountain goat, and that's kind of the concept for the attraction. I really like the cue and the details, the humor that they lay out. Okay, show of hands. Who's tired of snow?
The unicorn and the
right. In the unicorn and the whale. That's great. Narwhal.
They actually make these things look like vintage.
Yeah, man, I'm just so impressed by the level of thought that went into this. I think it kind of just speaks for itself. Folks, I wish I had more detailed analysis of it, but alas, I'm just kind of...
You don't have to be crazy to work here. We'll train you.
I love that. See, and this is still just the queue, right?
What?
This is still just the queue, right?
I think I'd pay just for the queue.
We're not even halfway down the page yet. My house actually has a sign like this. It says, "On this site in 1897, nothing happened." It's a definitely 10 out of 10 on presentation.
Sure. Sorry, guys. Okay. So let's see. Going through. Okay, now we're at the loading. Here's the ride vehicle. Now I love the ride vehicle because it's kind of reminds me of Indiana Jones with the Jeep, but you've got the element of the boat too. So that's just, I love when people in these contests really strive for a level of, like taking something that already exists, like the enhanced motion vehicle for something like Indiana Jones, and putting just another layer to it. That's what I really see here.
And so Disney does best, working within and pushing boundaries of technology to create.
What project are we on?
We're on Beyond the Lost Ice.
Beyond the
Okay.
lice.
Beyond the lice. Beyond the Valley of the Ice. Okay. We're about halfway down, Sandy.
All right. I'm not sure where you're seeing a ride vehicle. I don't see anything.
Oh
yeah, wait. I see it.
Keep scrolling. You
I see
got it?
Yep.
Okay, let's scroll down to the ride now. And keep in mind, I have not read any of this either, so I'm so sorry, folks. Jacob,
Well, in short, it's like they basically go through these like various wildlands, and they see these different kinds of animals.
they're animatronic animals, or are they animatronics mixed with real animals? How does that work?
I believe it's animatronics. I mean, I don't remember all the details exactly myself.
Okay.
But like I said, I don't know. I don't think they use real animals because of the way it would be set up.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I don't think they'd have Arctic animals in such a tropical environment.
Oh yeah. No, you're right.
I mean, if it said to be at Animal Kingdom in Disney World, it'd be kind of hard to keep them there in something like this.
But I love like even the stock images that they show work really well. Like, look at these narwhals.
Raining narwhals.
And then I love this dramatic shot of all the glaciers. That just looks so pretty, and it translates really well into a show scene.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I'm wondering how they would use some of this stuff, because these are really big. That would be really big set.
Well, I mean, I assume they'd probably like scale it down a little bit, but
Yeah, of course. But I'm saying, having it still look realistic, be a pretty amazing feat.
If it's just a ride, it could be like condensed into like different scenes.
right. What you could do is like how Indiana Jones has the one big temple where all the stuff is happening around the temple. You could do something like that, and that's an Imagineering method that really does kind of save a lot of space, is just having one contained environment, which is sort of what I'm picturing here. Like, I'm sort of picturing the this big ice kind of being like one of the main set pieces of the attraction, and a lot of the other scenes kind of happening around it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so just quickly going through, because Jacob kind of summarized. I do like the idea a lot. I love kind of like all the different animals. The walrus's very dramatic pose there. I think the pictures do a good job of kind of visually explaining the ride without having to even read it, which is good. That's like really good for presentation because it really makes my job easier, even though I really should have read it more thoroughly. Folks, I'm terribly sorry. I've just been super busy. But look at this though. Oh my God, this is wow. Jacob, do you remember what this is for? Is this a scene or?
Because the boat passes under an opening where this happens.
Okay, cool. Wow.
I mean, ice is only like a combination of several colors that it's so mesmerizing.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, almost done.
Dr. Bastenberg.
Did you read this, Jacob? Did you read this bio?
Bits and pieces of it, and I kind of skimmed.
Fair enough. It's another WDWMagic tradition to kind of make up C characters for the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, so props to them for doing so. Okay, guys.
I do like the rich history of everything, though.
Sure. Okay, Sandy, we're gonna switch to Arctic Voyage now.
Okay.
Jacob, anything you want to say in this in summary?
It's quite an interesting bow, right? I mean, it's basically they're surrounded by snowy rocks. Sorry, I kind of flushed. I'm flushing my thoughts here.
No, it's all good. You're doing better than either of us.
Well, the general idea, like it's a bow ride that's centered around ice, and I think it's supposed to be like a recreation of the voyage, and like has like the visuals, as you can see, like the Northern Lights, among other things.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Oh
like,
man,
I go to a cabin.
The number of images they have here. That's great.
Yeah, I think the Northern Lights on a big projection screen, like covering the entire room, would be amazing.
Oh yeah, that'd work really well for sure. This seems to be kind of like a smaller scale version of Beyond the Lost Ice, kind of more low key, less thrilling, but very very. It seems relaxing. That's kind of like the word that comes to mind when I see this.
I mean, the whole concept of being inside and like using the screens and taking advantage of that to create a show I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but that'd be a way to make it work.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, let's go to the Taiga Trail. I mean, come on, just look at those logos, man. I am blown away by how professional these logos look. That is not easy to do. Okay, so this is definitely a tradition with Animal Kingdom.
Walk through trails.
Yeah, for sure, because they have I don't know, the Maharashtra Jungle Trek, I think it is, in India, and the Paganini Forest Trail in Africa. Again, I'm probably butchering both those names. I apologize.
Now, this is actually, though this idea is quite interesting, this is actually one I don't see how it could actually work in the environment that they're in.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, yeah, that's true because it is Florida, and so you're saying like, okay, yeah.
I don't think Disney has the. I don't think even Disney has the power to change the weather for that one
Okay, I've seen Disney's attempt at snow for the fireworks, and even that isn't really that impressive, and that's only sustained for like a few minutes. So, yeah.
Like I said, though this idea is a neat one, I just don't think it would actually be a feasible idea.
I think if you had it in like Disneyland Paris, where you actually get snow, then I think it'd be pretty interesting during the winter. But of course, yeah, they have to change it for the summer. And
now, are you sure this isn't indoors though?
I mean, I don't know if it is. I mean, I'm just saying if it is outdoors. I mean,
well, yeah,
that'd be an interesting.
If it is indoors,
indoor walkthrough. Cool.
Right, an indoor walkthrough through an Arctic environment in a usual tropical climate.
I mean, scroll up. It might say if it's indoors.
Mm-hmm. And they can make the room cold and everything, and then people can walk back outside and be warm.
It doesn't say if it's.
No, it doesn't say if it's indoors or not. That's
all the pictures, even all the stock images seem to imply that it's. I do like the whole polar bear tank, though. That's a great idea. I mean, that could actually work. They could actually put that in there.
But Jacob, you're right. The stock images, like some of these stock images I'm seeing, definitely do seem like they could be indoors. You know what I mean? Like we have these rock climbing walls. We have this bridge, which this is the type of thing like this bridge that I feel could be recreated well in an indoors environment. You just have to get like a bunch of like trees and stuff, and I don't know.
And it could still be a frosty environment suitable for any animals that they could put in there. Like I said, in the polar bear tube. I mean, like a lot of places do that, so they could actually
I'm pretty sure this polar bear tube is actually just SeaWorld. I'm pretty sure like most SeaWorlds have this. So yeah.
Like I said, that is possible. So like I said, if it's an outdoor trail, I mean that would not be feasible, but that could be clarified up a little bit and then cleaned up. To actually clarify, like it's indoors, like or like keep the rope bridge and all that, and then you'd have a great Taiga trail. I mean, the detail here is great, but maybe doing the whole outdoors thing might not be a good idea if it's outdoors. That is.
All right, cool. So let's move on to Mythos Aurora Sky. Oh,
Ooh, it's even animated.
yeah, check that out. Oh my god. Oh wow. So this is a nighttime spectacular featuring drones. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay.
900 Intel drones.
Wow. Wow. Well, it's gonna happen sometime, so why not, right?
What I like about this is that actually is demonstrating the Starbright show at the Disney. Like they're demonstrating it based on already existing shows.
So Sandy, are you with us?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and just watch the video then. That's on the page.
Okay.
That's nice. That's nice that they incorporated that. Okay, if mine will load.
Just remember, screen share really isn't really friendly with videos.
Yeah. No, it's not, but we'll see. There we go.
Aurora Sky.
I wonder who's doing the voice there.
That was me.
No, I mean there's someone doing the voice on the actual video.
Oh. It was mentioned by Space Mountain.
I'm sure it was.
Well, we can't hear it.
Okay, this is just not really loading well, but Jacob, you're right. Screen share is just not going to work if we want to keep this flowing. But I get the idea. It's really cool. I like it a lot. Hold on. I'm going to just going to.
What I like about it is that it's actually tying into something that supposedly already exists. Like they said they do this and so it is possible.
For sure. Okay, I'm just gonna go to space. Okay, it's Over the Horizon is his voiceover on the Mythos video. And he's also the main website designer. He did the Midnight Sun restaurant, which we're about to get to. Okay, just to kind of go back and give some credit. Figment's Pigments, who I worked with in So You Want to Be an Imagineer season 13. I didn't work with her, but she was on season 13, I should say. She did the Beyond the Lost Ice attraction, which is very fitting for her because she tends to take on some of the major projects in each individual task. Let's see, we have, like I said, JSLY did all the logos and merchandise photoshops. MC Peridot did the Paradox, did map illustrations and the lighthouse drawing. Expedition 626 did the Taga Trail walkthrough. Burr Oswald did the Arctic Voyage sea ticket. Disney Dad 3000 did Introduction in Glacier Bay Adventures interactive game, along with the posters for it. And finally, Poe Dameron did the Zenthrope. yes, Poe Dameron. Poe Dameron did the Zenthorpe Village write-up and holiday overlays, and C.E. Myatt was the main researcher for the nighttime show. So he's the one that kind of, Jacob, you were saying that it was based on an existing show, so I'm assuming that guy pulled that. So some other notes from space. The project was based on a combination of Glacier Bay, Hong Kong, and the Scandinavian Pavilion, Epcot. Brainstorming was fluid. The theme of the prompt was confirmed by everyone by Monday, so they only took like about a day to confirm the theme. This was the best teamwork I've ever seen, period. There were 53 pages of brainstorming. I think Red had told me that some brainstorming in Sorcerer's Apprentice 2 with England and Vox got 60 to 70 pages or two, but it's definitely the longest that Space has seen since being a part of, since probably about Sorcerer's Apprentice Season 2. And this is the first Imagineering comp for Brer Oswald, Expedition 626, JSLY, C.E. Myatt, and just the second for Over the Horizons and Disney Dad 3000. This is also the first time I've seen content from MC Paradox and Poe Dameron since the House Cup last year. So, yeah, glad to have you guys all on. Awesome. Okay, and like I said, that was just kind of Space's notes that he had for me. So let's get into the final one. Let's kind of go to dining here.
Just the detail and thought that went into this part was just itself was
right.
dining under the stars, the moon.
Yeah, that's a really cool concept. Okay.
Midnight Sun. I mean, that's a neat. That's an awesome name for a restaurant. Midnight Sun.
And really elaborate menus. Really elaborate menus are something that England DG kind of trailblazed back in the days of like Sorcerer's Apprentice season 2, and a lot of people kind of try and live up to his standards of just like really detailed, like a lot of variety.
Was he the one who did the lamb? The lamb?
I don't believe he did the lamb lollipops.
That was good.
I don't believe so. He might have. I'd have to check back on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. So yeah, I don't really have a ton to say about this. It looks like a good menu. I like how we have a blend of a sweet shop and then kind of a more fine dining establishment. That's a good variety there. So
Yep.
So guys, I don't know. I think it might be in our favor to call it a night and perhaps do the other team's reviews tomorrow or something like that.
Okay.
Just because I feel like Jacob, I know you're getting tired. I hear you getting tired. And I could probably use a refresher on the other team's project. Sandy, you still need to read the other team's project. And Sandy, I really want you to read it and to really have a good grasp on it before we talk about it, because it's based on the Museum of the Weird, and you really like that concept.
Yeah. And if I have time, I will. I definitely will. But I don't have a whole lot of time these days.
Well, I mean, it would probably take you like about like 45 minutes or so to sit down and read through the whole thing. It wouldn't take you that long, but so I don't know, guys. Because I kind of just want to end it here and maybe hopefully do Project 2 sometime soon, or not Project 2, but hopefully get to Team Drax's project soon over the next couple days or so.
Okay.
So. Is that okay with all you guys? Because I have a feeling that we're like, if we try and talk about the other project now, it's just we're going to be kind of like dragging our feet through the conversation.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's best to just wait.
Okay, fair enough.
Hey,
Jacob, go through your scores. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, for what works for this village, what works is the village idea as a whole. Using Everett as a segue is a very clever concept and creative use of space.
Okay.
The thought that went into the layout and the planning, like the maps and the logos and everything like that. Very, very creative.
I give that an A+.
How they fleshed out the story of the history and the promise of adventure here. I mean, they definitely made it enticing for people to visit.
Oh yeah.
And the potential for ice-themed exploration, such as like polar themed, like we're talking about the Aurora Borealis, which could be an amazing sight. The beauty of the simplistic beauty of ice-themed rides, even if it's not real ice, it's just a simulation of it, could be seen as beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much a lot of it works. But what doesn't work is like a lot of this stuff actually seems to imply that it'd be outdoors.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things that sort of could have been explained a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like I said that knocked it down a few points. Like it kind of took away from its like supposed realism for me. Like,
I'm also going to have maybe a controversial opinion here. I don't necessarily think you needed to use C characters. I honestly think the attractions maybe could have been a little bit better if you didn't have to tie C into everything. Because I think with C, it just kind of makes some of the things and some of the details just a little bit more convoluted than it needs to be. And I don't know, like, I don't know if many people would agree with that when I say that, but I just think if you made that kind of a tweak to it, it would be a little bit more comprehensive and a little bit more coherent than it is. I admire what they're going for with the I'm sorry. I admire what they're going for with the C characters, but it's a little bit, I feel like they did a little bit too much with the C characters. So I don't know. It maybe a little bit more of a medium would have worked a little better for me. But overall, I'm sorry, Jacob. Do you have anything else?
no, other than I have my score.
Okay, well, let's go through the scores, and I'll just kind of give you my overall kind of on the fly. So creativity, I think, can we all give them 10s?
I definitely give a 10 on that.
Okay, Sandy, 10?
Yeah, 10.
Okay. Realism. This is one where I feel we have to go a little bit lower just because of the setting. I
gave it an 8.
I'll go. Honestly, I'm just gonna have to be a little bit more harsh and go with a 7 out of 10, just because I wish some of the setting things would have been explained a little bit more. And if they would have, I probably would have given it like a 9 out of 10. But as of now, I'm going to go with a 7 out of 10 for realism. Sandy, what do you think?
The reason I went with 8 is didn't give it a higher score was like I said, mainly because of a lot of the ways they explain things. It didn't seem like they could. I mean, especially with a $600 million budget as they described it.
Right.
I mean, even now, that's like an astronomical amount for a theme park, for just a section of a theme park. So the whole concept of like and all that one might just seem a bit out of the blue, and might have to cut down or explain things a bit better to make it more concise, and probably cut down the budget a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I would say an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
Yeah, just because I think the idea of a nice, I think that would even work inside. I think I might even like it better inside, just because it doesn't matter what the weather is. You can still have the full experience. So
yeah, it's kind of what we're saying. It's just like it just wasn't really explained in this.
All right, you know what?
Yeah.
Sandy and Jacob are giving 8 out of 10s. I'll just be nice and bump my score up to an 8 out of 10 as well.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay, so realism, creativity, detail. Jacob, what do you have for detail?
I give it a 9.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like we said, there's a few certain things that could have been explored a little bit more, but overall, I'm sorry, that was very unattractive.
Some of the convoluted, and as you mentioned, some of the more convoluted details could be left out and still basically be the same kind of experience.
Sure, but for what it is, I mean, you can tell it's well thought out, and there's a ton of detail that's put into it. So yeah, definitely a solid 9 out of 10 on my part.
Well, of course, yeah. And presentation, I mean, like, goes along with creativity. Presentation, solid 10 out of 10.
Yeah. It's honestly probably one of the best presented projects I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of projects, so that says something. It really, like, everything flows into each other really well. It's all really well explained. They use several different forms of multimedia. They use the website. They use GIFs. They use slideshows. They use video. It's all really impressive in terms of presentation.
Very skilled Photoshop.
Absolutely.
Various interactive tabs for the website, like going to different sections of the website. He just fleshed out. And I mean, the presentation, they nail that.
For sure. So what's our total, Jacob? Because I think we're all kind of like in agreement over all the scores.
See, 10 plus 10, 17, 37.
37. If you watch Clerks, just for you kids, just for you. Hey kids, look up Clerks 37.
Maybe they shouldn't. That
Probably
sounds
not. Probably
questionable.
not. I won't give away what it is, but all right. So 37 out
Please
of 40.
don't.
37 out of 40. Okay.
10, 8, 10, 8, 9, and 10. 37.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope we're not disappointing too many people by not getting to Team Drax's project right off the bat. But like I said, I think it'll be of benefit to have, even if it's a few days in, Sandy, even if you need a couple days, like if we do it over the weekend or something, I'd still really like to hear your opinions on that project if you need some time to read through it, because it's got a lot of things in there I think you'd really like.
Yeah, I can read it over tomorrow. And hey, people watching that we didn't get to your project, the suspense. That's always a great.
It's a
part of it.
cliffhanger.
To be continued.
All right. Will Sandy actually finish reading the project? Will Tiki take better notes? Find out on another exciting episode of the Project Infinity Recap Show. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.